There is things that you can control and there's things that are completely out of your control. And I think once you figure out what those things are that you can control and what those things are that you can't control, you gain a lot from having that understanding. From having that understanding of what can I control? What do I have control over? As an individual, as a person, what do I, myself, have control over? And what is simply out of my control? That is super important to understand and learn. Then you have to begin to put that into practice through many different situations. You can free yourself from worrying, getting depressed, getting upset, and irritated about things that you literally have no control over. So yeah, in this video, I just want to talk about focusing on what you can control and simply letting go of the things that you can't. So part of focusing on what you can control is accepting the cards that you've been dealt. Maybe you are from a poor family. Maybe you come from a rich family. It doesn't matter. The first step of this process is just accepting the cards that you're dealt. This starts with any situation that you face. So many different situations and scenarios. I could go down a laundry list of them. No matter what the circumstances is, no matter how messed up and screwed up these circumstances is, no matter where I started at, I'm gonna finish there. I'm gonna take this from point A to point B no matter what the circumstances is. And that's the first part of taking control and understanding and accepting what you can control. Another big part of this whole mindset is really letting go of the past. If you're familiar with Lion King, one of the phrases in Lion King is Hakuna Matata.
What?
Hakuna Matata. It means no worries.
Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase.
Hakuna Matata is just like, you're letting go of the past. Whatever happened in the past, you leave it in the past and move forward. And I always jokingly say that, like, if I'm dealing with a situation or something that's happened that kind of frustrated me or bothered me and I'm trying to move on, I'll say Hakuna Matata. The past has already happened. It's over with. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't control it. The past is literally out of your control. I can't even tell you how many times I've sat there and said, man, if I could just go back and change that one thing, if I could just go back and change that. The fact of the matter is you can't change it. It's over with. It's out of your control. So what you have to do is focus on the here and now, the present, and do whatever it is that you can do right now to make sure that you change your future. You have to learn to adapt. You cannot be set in your ways and unwilling to bend or move. You have to be like water.
Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
You got to be fluid because life is going to throw you all kind of crazy, different circumstances, different situations that you may not be prepared for. But you got to be willing and ready to adapt on the fly. That's something that you can control. You can control your mindset and say, you know what? I'm actually going to try. I'm actually going to give it a shot. I'm actually going to try to change and move with the times. If people get so stuck in their ways and they're unwilling to change and adapt, and adapting and being willing to change is something that's completely in your control. You have no control over things changing. Things are gonna change. It's evolution. It's life. Things are gonna change. You're gonna get older. Things are gonna change around your life. Things are gonna look different. Things are gonna feel different. Things are just gonna change. It's inevitable. That is out of your control. What you have full control over is how you adjust to it, how you adapt to it, and your acceptance of change. If you're not willing to accept change and things changing, you're going to get left in the past. You have no control over death. You don't get to pick and choose when you're gonna leave this earth, when you're gonna pass on. You have no control over that. Sometimes I think people get so caught up in thinking about dying that they forget to live. Travel, see things, develop relationships with friends and family, and enjoy life while you can, because you have no control over when you're gonna stop living. You want to definitely take advantage of that. That's something that's completely in your control. How you live your life, what you choose to do with each day that you are blessed with on this earth is completely up to you. You have no control over when you're gonna leave this earth. So there is a lot of stuff that we just simply can't control. We can't control if someone loves us or not. We can't control the weather. It's a lot of stuff that just simply is out of our control. That being said, there is still a ton of stuff that we have full control over. Everything you can see and touch in front of you is pretty much under your control. You know, I can control this notebook. I can control this mic. Everything I can see and touch is pretty much under my control. There's other things like the people that you choose to spend your time with, people that you call your friends, your quote unquote family, who you decide to spend time with is completely under your control. You have full control over that. So that's completely up to you. If you decide to hang out with people who are knuckleheads and constantly getting into trouble and constantly causing mischief and mayhem, that's completely up to you. You have control over that. You have control over how you spend your time and how much time you decide to spend on certain things. If you want to spend 10 hours binge watching Squid Game on Netflix, that's completely up to you. If you want to take that same 10 hours and spend it educating yourself, learning a new skill set, spending time with your kids, traveling, that's also completely up to you. You have full control over when you decide to quit. So if you start something and you say, hey, I'm done, I quit, that's your decision. No one put a gun to your head and force you to quit. If that's writing a book, starting a podcast, whatever it is that you want to start and you passionate about and you believe in, once you start that, you are in complete control of when you decide to quit or give up on that particular thing. How you present yourself to the world is completely under your control. You know, unfortunately, like it or not, again, completely out of our control, we live in a very shallow judge a book by its cover sort of society. You have full control over how you are perceived when going out in public, when dealing with certain people, maybe going to certain events. If you show up to a certain event smelling bad, you know, looking real disheveled and not put together, you have complete control over that. Whether or not you decide to comb your hair or brush your teeth, you have control over how you present yourself to the world. You never get a second chance to make a first impression. I mentioned earlier how everything you can kind of see and touch, like look around if you're at home or wherever you're at right now. If you're watching this video, look around. Everything you can see and touch is under your control. Your environment is another thing that you want to manipulate to your advantage because it's something that you can take control over. Is your workspace, is your house full of clutter, trash, things that you've had for tens of years and you never use? Is it a feng shui spot where you feel very comfortable and productive? You can manipulate your environment. You got to focus on what you can control and really eliminate thinking about and focusing on what you can't control. Life's hard. It's full of ups and downs. It's full of surprises. Just when you think things are going one way, life can smack you upside the head and it can go a completely different way. There's 3 things that no matter what life throws at you, you can control. That's your actions, your effort, and your attitude. How you decide to look at that particular situation. Oh, woe is me. Why do I got the worst luck? This always happens to me. That's your attitude. You know, you could take that same thing and switch it around and say, you know, hey, what doesn't kill me makes me stronger. I'm going to get through this. I'm being tested. You can take that approach to it. Your effort. I might as well give up. It's no point. Why even try? You know, I'll try a little bit, but I'm not going to try. That's your effort. And then your actions. You know, you decide whether or not you want to move or don't move? Are you going to get up and make whatever play you need to make? Are you going to get up and make stuff happen? Or are you going to sit there on your hands and let life pass you by? Those are the three things that no matter what life throws at you, you have full control over. Actions, effort, attitude. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I hope this was helpful. If it was, be sure to drop it a like. Remember guys, focus on what you can control. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. Otherwise, I'm out. Peace.